This is a question from computer networks. Arrange the following steps in the correct order of DHCP client to renew its IP lease with a DHCP server. So what is DHCP? It stands for Dynamic Host Control Host Configuration Protocol. So it is a network management protocol. It automates the process of configuring devices on IP network. It configure devices on IP networks. Basically, what it does is it dynamically assign IP addresses to devices on a network. It ensures that each device has a unique IP address without manual intervention. So assign unique IP address to each device on a network automatically. So basically the main components are it has a DHCP server, a DHCP client, and a DHCP relay agent. So a DHCP server, it contains a pool of IP addresses and assign them to client. So it manages IP pools, or it manage pool of IP address, and assign to client. That is one component. The another component is DHCP client. It is the device that requests IP address from server or DHCP server. Then there is a DHCP relay agent. It is used to relay or forward the DHCP message between client and server when they are not on the same physical subnet. So there is also a DHCP relay agent. This forwards DHCP messages between client and server when they are not in same physical subnet. This is the basic concept. Now we will see how the DHCP client is renewing its IP lease with a DHCP server. So the first step in renewing the IP lease is first DHCP client, it checks the local lease timer and initiates a renewal. So the first step is client check local lease timer and initiate renewal. So the client is configured to typically initiate a renewal process when 50% of its lease time has expired, though this can be configured. So when this happens, the client will initiate a check between the local lease timer and it starts a renewal initiation. So C is the first step. So we can eliminate option A. Now the DHCP client sends a DHCP request message. So if the DHCP client determines that the timer is set to expire, it will request a lease renewal to the DHCP server. It does this by sending a DHCP request message to the server. The message contains the client's current IP address. So point number 2 is DHCP client send DHCP request message. So this is point C and this is point A. So these two options can be eliminated. So ideally option D will be the correct answer, but we'll see. Once the client has sent the request, the DHCP server acknowledges the renewal with a DHCP ACK message. That is, it will receive the DHCP server will receive the DHCP request from the DHCP client. And if the server determines that the request is valid and the IP address can be renewed, then the server sends back a DHCP ACK message. So server sends DHCP ACK message. So now the order is C, A, and B. Then finally, the DHCP server updates its lease database once it has been sent. So once the request or the acknowledgement has been sent, it updates its lease database. So this is the basic order. That is, first C happens. That is, DHCP client checks its local list timer and initiate renewal. Then DHCP client sends a DHCP request message. Then DHCP server acknowledges the renewal with a DHCP ACK message. Then DHCP server updates its lease database. So the order is 1, 2, 3, 4. So from the options, option D is the right choice.